Men themselves have wondered what they see in me. They try so much, but they can't touch my inner mystery. When I try to show them, they say they still can't see. I say, it's in the arch of my back, the sun of my smile, the ride of my breasts, the grace of my style. I'm a woman, phenomenally.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Like Water for Chocolate. It's your girl, Truth. And I don't have Lex Love here with me today, but we do have two amazing guests on our show. I'm super excited for them to be with us. Before that, I just want to thank you guys for all of the feedback we're getting on our shows. We definitely went with something different this season. We wanted to touch on a lot of topics that, like, you know us, we're pretty raw, and we want to make sure that we cover things that most people don't like to talk about. And so on this show, it's just really all about women. Y'all know me. I love my Black women. No discrimination here. However, this show is about us. There's not too much out there about us. So I want to talk about us today. All of the things that we deal with emotionally, spiritually, physically, health-wise. And hopefully you can gain something from it. If after this show you have questions, y'all know my inbox is always open. Even though Lex is not here, I'm sure that she'll be open to conversation as well. And then you guys know we have our Facebook page. So before I even dive into anything, I want to go ahead and let my guests introduce themselves. And we will start with Miss Ashley.
Hello. My name is Ashley Q. Tillman, born and raised here in Las Vegas native. And I am excited to be here.
And then, Ashley, your foundation, or you guys' foundation is?
A Woman's Foundation.
And it's an awesome foundation.
Yes.
Hello, my name is Jocelyn Wallace. Been in Las Vegas for a little over, 20-something years. Yes, we are here representing a Woman's Foundation, and we are here to serve women. You know, women are our lives in a sense. I mean, we're women, but women are just like our passion. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, we want to empower, we want to uplift, we want to encourage, we want to be a resource to women. And so this show couldn't be perfect timing. And we thank you, Truth, for allowing us to be here. And we're super excited to just talk with you. So,
well, I thank you guys for, making room in your schedule, because I know you all have busy lives like I do. So thank you so much for coming on. And again, Lex Love couldn't be here, but she was very excited about this show, and there were some things she wanted to touch on, so I'll make sure I do that. First thing I want to cover is the event you ladies just had, which was amazing, and I unfortunately had to miss it because I was with my dad. But tell me a little bit about it and how successful it went.
So the breast cancer walk, we recently just did that on October 29th at Red Rock, and it was a walk just to support all those that have been affected with breast cancer. Mm-hmm. We had a little over, I want to say, 20 people
20
attended,
participants.
20 participants. Yeah.
Awesome.
We came together. Our shirt was girls.
Fight like a girl.
Fight like a girl.
I saw them and I was so sad I didn't have mine.
Yes. And we raised a little over $300. So that was
awesome.
good, for our little mini organization. So it was really good. And yeah, I mean, it felt good. I mean, the energy was fantastic. We were all happy. And, it was just nice to see those there that are in support of, those that are survivors. Or
right. And Casey, did her
fight.
Snapchats, and I was feeling some kind of way because I was definitely supposed to be there.
Right.
And I hate that I wasn't.
For you too. I was like,
and I told her, I said, please tell her I'm so
fun.
sorry, because my dad, I had to be his soldier that day. Yes. So yeah.
And that's totally understandable.
Yeah,
but seeing the pictures, it was definitely a success. Everybody was smiling. Even the people in the background of the pictures I saw were smiling and dancing and having a good time. And we need more things like that here. So that was awesome.
Yes, and there was a unique group who actually had, instead of the shirts, they had the hats, but it was of the girls,
the tatas.
Yes. And I was just like, okay, this is unique.
I had to get a picture with him.
Yes, it was, everyone was just so creative and just happy to be in that space. And it was just really nice to be there. So.
And that's awesome, because I like to do the breast cancer walks because my godmom, Renee, is a breast cancer survivor, and she's so awesome. Yeah. And so anytime I can support it, I wear my little pink ribbon, my pink bracelets, anytime they're selling pink stuff during October, I'm buying it, from the socks to the underwear to the whatever they have.
Absolutely.
And so I really appreciate you guys for even taking part in that, because for Black women, we don't realize how higher of a risk we have to get it. Yeah. So for us, it's 1 out of every 9.
Yeah.
As for white women, it's more so 1 out of 31. So that's a big difference. and we're bad with going to the doctor.
Oh,
Yes.
So,
Look, I have to touch on that. I think this year it touched me a little more because last year during my annual checkup, they did find a lump in my breast, and I held off on going to get it checked for a year.
my goodness.
My grandma, she passed from breast cancer. She was only 40. So obviously it runs on my side of the family, especially my maternal side. So it's scary. Like, it's scary.
No, it really is.
And, finally I went in and, it was the cancer doctor, like cancer treatment. So, and I'm like, oh, my God, is this serious? But it wasn't cancerous, what they're saying. It was just a cyst. But I can understand now why women, prolong it or put it off because it's frightening. Yeah. It's frightening. So this year, it hit a little bit more home to me because, that could have been me. So
Absolutely.
now the fight could have changed, and it was like, I'm not fighting for others, I'm fighting for myself,
Well, I'm thankful that it wasn't, because I had the same situation happen to me. And, yeah, it was very, very scary.
It is.
And I don't like doctors.
I don't think none of us do.
But my battle with anxiety has made me come to appreciate them more, because without them, I wouldn't have known why I was thinking I was dying every other day. But it was anxiety. So, of course, my anxiety went through the roof when I had this little lump on my breast. And I'm like, what is going on?
Right.
And mine was, I guess, just a blocked duct.
Okay.
And they just gave me medicine, and they were like, just, make sure you keep that area dry, and, you should be good to go. But it's scary.
It is.
Because my grandmother's mother had breast cancer. And so they say normally it skips a generation. However, my mom's good. Yeah. And I'm thankful for that. My Oma was good. She didn't have any of that. So I'm like, you know what? I think it also has to do with how you take care of yourselves. Because there's a lot of things that bring cancer into our lives, especially the food we eat.
Yeah. Oh.
And we, and, yeah,
with discussion too.
Right. Yes. With the food that we eat, I know there's a lot of fads right now, like with the veganism and, I'm not going to knock it. It's a great thing. If you could do it, more power to you. But honey, I love my meat. I cannot let that. I can't let it go.
There's a vegan bacon.
There is,
but it's not like bacon.
Does it come from the pig?
It's just as good. Let me tell y'all about this lifestyle. No.
I'm listening, Miss Jocelyn.
When I grew up, I was raised a vegetarian. Not as far as a vegan, but we did have like vegan meals.
Okay.
And the only reason why I actually started eating meat was because I went away to college, and I was just like, I'm about to be a broke college student. And if I get invited to somebody's house, I need to be able to eat, because being, that lifestyle can get a little costly.
Absolutely.
So I was like, okay, let me try and eat chicken and turkey. But really, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed just having plant-based foods, granolas, and there are the bacons. They have even the big franks, like hot dogs. They have their own macaroni cheese. Like, we were able to create our own recipes to kind of get that southern feel so we don't miss the flavor so much. But it was really good. I would do it in a heartbeat.
Honey, let me tell you.
I was vegan for like 2 days.
Oh.
That's what I just told somebody. I said I lasted a cool 48 hours. I said, and that's about as far as it went for me.
Yes.
It was rough.
I know.
When I tried that vegan hot dog, honey.
You didn't like it?
No, ma'am.
It's not the same.
I like all beef, franks.
Listen to that.
Does
that even sound good? It doesn't.
And
it's
you know
delicious.
And you know what? There are some vegan dishes, no lie, that are amazing. I have a coworker of mine that'll bring some stuff in, and it will be good. But then when I ask how long it took to prepare it, I don't have the time for that.
That's very true.
And
everything is homemade.
Yeah, I don't have the time to make cashew milk so that I can make a cashew cheese to make my mac and cheese.
Yep.
I just don't have the time. I can go buy a block of cheese to shred that up and make some good mac and cheese.
I do hear you about
but that's the problem, though.
Yeah.
That's part of the issue is we don't, number one, have the time. Most of the time, we can't afford it. We can't afford that lifestyle. And so we are subject to a lot of processed foods. Box foods, canned foods. Absolutely. And that's how I grew up, because it was just my mom and there was 4 of us. And so, the cheapest chicken that you can buy is the chicken thighs, not the skinless, boneless breast. Right. It was the thighs. She had a lot of people she needed to feed. Yeah. And now that I'm older and I'm thinking about the dinners we had, this is why we had them, because she had to make it work with what she had. Yep. And so, number one, thank you, Mom, for that, because we never skipped a meal. We were always fed. I was never hungry.
That's true.
But
I don't know how my mama did it.
I think about it now because I'm struggling. I got a whole husband, and we struggling with 2. Wow. And my mom had 4 by herself.
My mom, too. Not by herself, but still, she cooked every day. I don't know how she did that. Because I struggle with just once or twice a week.
Honey, let me tell you, I'm so thankful for a partner who cooks.
Yes.
Because we split that. Because there's days where I'm like, you know what, I'm going to just order y'all pizza.
Yes.
And, that's what it's going to be.
That is a clutch right there.
But that is definitely part of the issue. I'm going to get better, y'all. I promise. My listeners, I know I've been talking about my health journey for a long time. Y'all just keep encouraging me. I'm really trying to get it together. Today, no lie, I got witnesses. I just got some nuts, y'all. They are dipped in a little chocolate, but I got to make it fun. And then I got this core organic drink, y'all, and some beef jerky for my protein. So I'm doing better, y'all.
Good. That's
good.
I'm trying to do the high fat, protein, low carb, the keto situation.
Yes, but I think that's another issue, the education part. Because a lot of times we go into these diets or we're like, okay, I'm going to eat healthy. But for me, like I was supposed to start on the 1st.
That's all right. That's all right. We can start on the 15th.
But my biggest thing is, okay, if I'm listening to the vegan people and they're saying, okay, no dairy. So there goes the eggs. And then, I'm listening to, I can't have carbs. And it takes away the bread. I'm like, well, what do I eat for breakfast?
Girl, grass.
So now I'm just over it. I'm like, I'm going to have air for breakfast, and then I'll figure out lunch, So that's, I think, a big part of it, the education part. So what do we eat if, you've watched What the Health and you can't figure it out? Right. Like, I think that's important, and that's kind of where we fall short.
And I also think the other side of that, too, is also you have to identify your why. Like, why is it that we need to be healthy? What is your reasons behind it? Like, I know for me in my journey, it's been a long journey, but I recently discovered my why. And number one is because the medical field is $1 billion industry.
Absolutely.
And when they tried to say, we're going to put you on a low dosage of blood pressure pills, I said, no, you won't. I said, the Lord will take me out before I do any pills.
Absolutely.
And that was my why. I'm like, I need to figure out how I can become more healthier and make it more of a lifestyle, and then I started to, start to educate yourself on how you should do it and aligning yourself with people that are actually doing it. A good example is Jocelyn Brooks. I'm not sure if you're familiar with her, but
I follow her.
Oh my goodness. She's
amazing.
Amazing.
She's truly
amazing.
She was
recently on the Chew, and then she got her BuzzFeed from video thing, and she lives that lifestyle. It's aligning yourself with people that are.
She's not just talking it. She's walking that walk.
Walking and talking it. The girl is amazing, but I learned so much from her. And she has a following that, I think it's Woman of Color is her following, where she even gives you recipes or things
I just signed up for
cleanse.
Her Wellness Woman of Color.
Yeah.
It's the juicing.
The juicing. Yep, I just signed up for it too. And I'm like, Lord, be my strength through this.
Amen.
But I definitely, like you said, your why. Yeah. My why is the fact that I watch my family members with all of their health issues. Diabetes runs big in my family. It is like everywhere. And then the high blood pressure. And then seeing my dad with all of his struggles. And then for me, myself, anxiety is just a chemical imbalance. So if I can get my body to be healthy and line up all the nutrients I need, anxiety will be a thing of the past.
Right.
And I strongly believe that. So it's up to me to heal me. I can't blame anybody else.
That's true.
And so that's my why. I don't want to die at 40. I don't want to die at 50. I don't want to die at 60. I want to die empty. Yeah. So when my journey is completely over, that's when I want to die. I don't want sickness to take me out.
I agree.
And my why is just to be healthy. Yeah. Growing up, fitness has always been a big thing for me. So, like, gym and, never really eating healthy because I felt like, younger, your metabolism's going.
Yeah. Right.
And, it's easy. I used to eat what I wanted and I had undesirable pounds, go in the gym for a week and it's gone. Now it's like, you gonna work for this. So now my why is it aligns with yours. Like, I just want to be healthy. As you get older, you're more concerned about your health and, how your body changes and, diseases because they're running rampant. I've never seen so many, and maybe it's because, social media is so big now and it's just in your face, but I've never seen so many people dying from cancer or having these diseases that I can't even pronounce. And it's
never even heard of. They're brand new.
Mm-hmm. And you go to the doctor, you're just like, I don't want that to be me. So the why is, okay, I'm not going to let it be me and I'm going to attack it with what I put into my body because that's so important. And again, it goes back to education and reading the labels and trying to figure out exactly what it is. Because like she said, the pharmaceutical industry is a $1 billion corporation. So if we're not unhealthy, then they're not making money. And
exactly.
That's scary when you think about it.
And what's scary is your doctors. they're not, the first thing that they're going to do is not sit down and make a nutrition plan with you.
No.
That's not what they're getting paid to do. They're getting paid to write prescriptions.
Yep.
So it's really up to us to do our homework.
Yeah.
My husband I can honestly say he is part of the reason why I got better. He gave up pork.
Shout
When
out
I
to
say
him.
this man used to love bacon. Okay, so he worked for Apple, and I would take him to work in the morning. He would be like, just drop me off at Whole Foods first. At first, I'm thinking he's, going to go in, get something a little healthy. I said, babe, what you going for? My bacon. So he would get a pound of bacon before work, and he would eat the pound himself. But he one day woke up, and he was like, I am a black man. He was like, and there's a lot of diseases that are real common for us. He was like, my dad suffers from X, Y, and Z. I don't want to be that. So he gave up pork completely. When I say completely, I mean he don't eat anything with gelatin in it. He gave up eating gummy bears, Rice Krispie treats. He loved marshmallows, gave those up completely. He just let it go. And he has not looked back. And the man done gave up carbonated beverages. I'm like, you know what? You're making me look bad now.
I don't drink soda.
Like, you really... She just raised up her cherry Coke. But he definitely, he has discipline. When he says he's going to stop doing something, he stops. Me, I'll stop for like a week.
See, I gave up soda I did the 30 days, no soda. And I lost 5 pounds in those 30 days. And
That's
I felt
awesome.
better and I had more energy. But as soon as that 31 day came, I was back on cherry Coke like I never left. I do think that it takes discipline and you have to be true to yourself. But it's hard. It really is hard, especially when, you're so ingrained on it. My dad is a Coke drinker. He drinks it every day. And he has done it forever. He'll be 58 on Wednesday, and he's still going. So I'm like, if he going,
I'm okay with Coke.
Okay. But I also forget that he eats very healthy outside of that. My dad doesn't eat out. He doesn't do fast food. He has his protein, his starches, so he balances it. Me, I'm washing down my chili cheese fries with my Coke, so it's going to take something, I think, significant to change that for me.
Right.
And that's what I'm trying to get to right now. Like, okay, I got to figure that out.
And we also have to make sure that we make a plan for us. So I don't try to keep up with the Joneses. So if Jamie's over here doing no carb, I'm a chew. Go ahead, girl. I'm cheering you on. You do your thing. No bread, no rice, no carb, no nothing. I will bring you a salad with no dressing.
Yes.
I will be your biggest cheerleader.
Right.
But I need you also to cheer me on if I'm just minimizing the carbs that I take in, because I know me as a person. I got to do what I know I can commit to. And right now, Whitney knows she cannot commit to absolutely no carbs.
And that's important,
so
too.
give me a certain amount of carbs. Maybe I'll cut it down to where I only have 50 grams of carbs a day, which is very low because I'm a rice eater.
Yeah.
I grew up on rice. I'm a true rice baby. So if I can do that, then that's baby steps for me. Let me graduate to that. But I know a lot of women will try to follow what everyone else is doing and try to go full force. If you're not ready for full force, don't do it, because then it's not going to last. And that's what I'm learning for me.
Yeah, and you have to, especially, I have to give a huge shout out to Jocelyn.
You
She
go
is on
ahead,
her journey
girl.
right now, and you're
It's
down.
hard. I'm down 25 pounds.
That's awesome.
And it was hard work, y'all. I ain't gonna lie.
And when I tell you discipline, me and Jocelyn hang out a lot,
Yes.
and we'll be eating, and she's like, "No, friend, I'm on my journey."
Right.
Like,
I'm
and
staying the course.
She has stayed the course, and I'm
That is
so
awesome.
proud of
So
her.
are you doing like no carb?
So no, it's actually low carb.
Okay.
So what I do is I try to eat like small 6 meals a day, or small meals a day. So 6 meals a day. And I stick to specific carbs. So sweet potato, quinoa, oats, and really just eat that in the afternoon, so it allows my body to burn it off. But I do not eat carbs in the evening.
That's
and I just do like
awesome.
proteins and vegetables. So ideally, it's like that's like a kickstart. So now I'm transitioning into adding fruit, because I didn't even add fruit into there for a while.
That's
and
really
I have
good.
a really strong sweet tooth. So I'm gonna incorporate, fruit into there, and then just work out. I work out an hour to an hour and a half a day, and I have committed to that. Like, I made it a habit, because I told myself every day I'm going to work out and do something for an hour, and that's the only thing that's been keeping me up or keeping me going, because I made that commitment to myself.
That's awesome.
So, and I do yoga. So speaking of the whole, the wellness side of things and the mental wellness, yoga is the best. All my black women out there, listen. It is nothing to sleep on. When they have these meditation classes. Like they have this one class called Candlelight and Candlelight Yin and meditation, where you just sit there and you just love on yourself. Because really, I had a huge struggle with loving myself. I mean, I speak more about that in our book, but it has been a huge problem for me. And with taking control of my health and taking control of this, being more in tune with loving myself a little bit more, yoga has helped me kind of reach that point, because I was able to give myself that time to focus on what it is really that I want to do with my life.
That's awesome.
So I do that, and then I just, I keep going.
And I think that's the center of it all.
Yeah.
Loving yourself first, and then once you get to that point, and it's easier to kind of put that in other areas where it's the health and the fitness and the wellness.
Yep.
Because when you realize that you are the center and you have to be full before you can pour out to anybody
Exactly.
else, then it makes it a lot easier. And yoga,
it is the best.
It's a little too slow paced for me. I'm a Pilates girl, so I like Pilates more than I like yoga. Don't sleep on Pilates either, because those will have your body.
But have you tried it hot though,
right.
friend?
I tried hot yoga. And let me tell you.
And hot Pilates.
When I
tried it one time and I thought I was going to die. I don't like to be hot. Oh my gosh.
But you feel good afterwards.
It's about the hair afterwards.
No, I felt like I was going to die afterwards. And I got locks, so I wasn't worried about the hair, but I went and tried it with a friend. And I'm like, do they really keep it this hot in here the whole time?
They do.
I was ready to go. She was like, come on, friend, you got to finish. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to finish. But I did, my muscles, like, I didn't have like that hard ache when I was done. I had that good ache, and I slept so good.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I slept so good. That I can say. I slept really good.
Yes.
You do. You release it.
And the sweat is good, because that's how you get rid of all the toxins. And so I'll give it to you. I'll never do it again, but it was awesome for that one time. Never again. But I tried it. I tried it, though.
Y'all, I'm a yogi, okay? I'm going every day. I do, girl.
But see, I want to be a yogi, because the friends of mine that have transitioned into that, I remember when they were first starting their yoga poses, and now I see one, and she on Instagram with a leg up to the sky with heels on. She's done it now to where her balance is so good, she does it in super high heels. Shout out to Unique. But yes, her poses inspire my life. Have I tried to do one yet? No. But just watching her is inspiration, because I remember when she was like, you know what, I'm going to give this journey a try. And she never gave up. And now she is like, she's doing, you can tell she's at peace.
Yes.
She looks so peaceful in her photos.
Yes.
And I'm like, I need to try it. So you're number 3 for me, who said I need to try yoga. 3 is confirmation.
Yes.
So I'm going to try it. My husband loves yoga.
Yes.
He does his sun salutations all the time.
Russell Simmons is big on yoga.
Oh, yeah.
He's extreme yogi. Like,
it's just more than just even the poses. Like I said, it's a mental stimulation.
But I think it also
I do meditate, though.
How amazing your body is, because like you said with your friend, one day you can't put your leg here, and then over a course of time you can. I feel like something's releasing there, because all that tension and tightness in your body. That helps, I believe.
And I think being queen size definitely is a factor to these poses, okay?
Yes.
Because it's hard. And, at times I do get discouraged because, let's just face it, every yogian I've seen has been, very fit. So when these sizes come into play, I just tell myself, okay, if I'm here now, but come tomorrow, I'm just going to be an inch closer to just making sure I get this pose. So,
it's all about progression.
It is. That's what it's about. And it's not a race. It's not a race.
It's not. It's your own personal journey. Yep. It's your journey. Nobody else can walk it for you. Yeah. And so if you are moving as fast as you can, you're already winning.
There you go.
And as far as for being queen size, honey, I follow these queen size yogis. And when I say they do every pose, honey, they do. Yes, they do every pose. They do. And they are my inspiration, because when I tell people my weight, they think I'm lying. And I'm like, why would I lie about such a thing?
Right.
So I need you to understand when I tell you this. Right. Why would I lie about this? Maybe I'll lie about, what I ate for dinner, so it sounds good, but I'm not going to lie about my weight.
Right.
But I think that's another thing, though. My queen size, and I like the way you put that, my queen size women, they are intimidated when they start because they're not on the same level as these people they see in the gym or they see, doing the videos. And the thing is honey, you're not them. Yeah. You are not them. You were blessed with a little bit more to love. So If you don't want to be skinny, don't be skinny. Just be healthy. Your insides can be very healthy and you can be heavier. And that's still okay. Doctors have proven that it is okay to be heavier than another woman. And there are some heavier women that are more healthy inside than some of these smaller women that eat fast food every day, don't work out, and they're killing themselves slowly. And I'm not taking any punches. Look, she's feeling it. That was a conviction.
Yes, conviction.
But yes, so I just had to put that out there to let you ladies know, because I know one lady in particular that when I say she works out daily, but she struggles with a thyroid issue. So weight loss is hard for her. However, when she goes to the doctor, there's no blood pressure issues. Her heart is very healthy. Her muscles are good. Her metabolism's good. Everything that she's doing is right. And he tells her, he was like, it's just the battle with your thyroids. He was like, but if you keep going on this journey, eventually they will correct themselves. You guys, your body corrects itself, just so you know. You treat your body well, it will treat you well. I'm not saying all diseases. No, I am saying all diseases are reversible. And I do truly believe that, because diseases were, for the most part, man-made. And so what you put into your body really matters. There was, like, my mother-in-law has lupus. All right. And she says, I have lupus. Lupus doesn't have me. And it's true, because when I say this lady lives life, honey, lupus doesn't slow her down. Wow. And because she has to do her 10-day green smoothie diet and incorporate her turmeric in there and make sure that she's getting up and walking every day and taking her vitamin D. So honestly, like, you guys can make it whatever you need it to be. Just don't try to keep up with the Joneses, because the Joneses aren't you.
You have to make it
You
your
have
own.
to be you.
And that's one thing Rosalind said. You know, it can be baby steps. Like you said, some people will try to just jump into it and like, okay, I'm going to quit cold turkey. It could be just replacing, you know, your dinner with a healthier meal where you've maybe had bad things in the morning. But just that one little step can start you towards a journey of being, you know, healthier and living better life. So that's kind of what I think is important for people to understand. Like, baby steps are still steps.
Absolutely. There was another disease I wanted to talk about, and it was cervical cancer. I know we touched on breast cancer. Now, cervical cancer is very big when it comes to Black women, and it would start with something as small as having fibroid tumors. And so I have 4 of those lovely things. Wow. How did I get them? Birth control. So, because it's not natural. It's not natural. We were meant to bear children. So there was not supposed to be anything in there blocking that. So cervical cancer is very big. I thought I had it because I was experiencing really heavy times between me and my body. And I was scared because I'm like, wait, this is just a bit much. And I was only about 21, I want to say, at the time. And sure enough, they told me birth control. It has all these problems. I finally found one doctor, shout out to Dr. Rodriguez, who told me birth control is, it's going to keep you from having babies, but for some women especially, and she told me Black women, it causes other issues. Wow. My mom had a fibroid tumor that was about 15 pounds, and they had to go in and surgically remove it. And it was, like she said, the size of a soccer ball. Wow. These things are caused not just by diet, but you guys be careful with the type of birth control that you use. They do cause cervical cancer in a lot of ways. And like I said, it starts with the fibroid tumors. They grow, they attach their cells to different organs, and they affect you in many ways. The pain is crazy. Just from the small, my fibroid tumors, I think they said, are like the size of a golf ball, which is small for them. And that alone causes me pain like no other. So just imagine these women that don't even know they're walking, and that is a lot of weight gain as well. When they removed that tumor out of my mom's stomach, her stomach went down so much. Yeah. And so there's a lot of women that are unaware that they're walking around with these tumors. And so for my women, if you're taking birth control, do me a favor and ask your doctor if you can have an ultrasound done. Yep. Not because you're pregnant, but because you want to see if you have these tumors. If you're experiencing, and I'm just going to be blunt, heavy bleeding and severe cramping, and you're always tired and your energy is low, just get checked. Yep, just do that for me.
Because my mom started me on birth control at 16, and I was taking the depot shot.
Oh my goodness, that thing.
So my doctor went in and did the ultrasound. I had 2 fibroid cysts.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't remove them. He just laced them, so he took the fluid out of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I had that outpatient surgery at 19, and I experienced the same kind of pain that you're talking about, where it's like, okay, I have to lay flat on the ground.
Yes.
And I need this to pass.
Mm-hmm.
And it literally starts in your abdomen. For me, it goes all the way to my buttocks.
Yep.
And then it's like it releases out.
Mine shoots around my back. Like sometimes it'll come up and I'm like, what is going on? And I'll literally kind of have to lean forward because I won't know what else to do with this pain.
And it's the most excruciating pain. I can't describe it. And what's I think is shocking is you go to the doctors and they're like, oh, women experience that. This is something that, you know, it'll pass. And I'm thinking to myself, if this is some kind of pain, there has to be something going on down there. So, you know, they did the ultrasound, and right now I've been told that my uterus wall it basically looks like that of a pregnant woman. So I'm having issues. I will have issues conceiving because of the birth control that I was put on from an early age. And my friend Ashley, who's shout out to all the Ashleys. I have so many Ashley friends, but it took her 2 years to conceive after being off of birth control for 2 years. So it's a serious thing, and I feel like there needs to be more education on it before, you know, you actually put on it.
Absolutely.
For me, I had no choice because obviously I was underage and my mom felt the need to put me on birth control. But I haven't been on birth control since. After I came off that shot and I dealt with that, I mean, I've been birth control free, and I won't take it. Because I feel like when it's time for me to conceive and I'm ready to have kids, I don't want that to be an issue.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
But how do you, okay, so this topic, because I literally was asking one of my colleagues about it. I don't take birth control. I never have.
I'm so against it.
And the thing is, though, I was considering it only because, you know, I'm actually waiting until I'm married to
because it's
engage.
hormones.
So, you know, it's like, for me, it was like, you know, I'm at an age and at a point where, you know, I might get to that point of, you know, getting down. And I was like, I don't want to have babies immediately, but I'm so scared to put those hormones into me because I see the effects.
Right.
But I was just wondering, like, is there a good birth control or not? And then if you're not on birth control, then how do you prevent?
I mean, the best birth control is
the
abstinence.
Best, exactly. That's always the best.
Latex condoms are still a thing. I don't know why people have just went away with condoms like they don't work.
Yeah, when I do my bedroom candy parties and I have condoms as gifts in my little wine glass that I give them with samples of stuff, I'm still going to preach safe sex to you all. So I do put in there like, oh, I don't need this, but why?
What are you using? You know what I mean?
I mean, to my married women, I understand. You're with the same partner. It's just you two do your thing. However, I don't want any more babies.
But when you're married and you don't want a baby.
So,
immediately.
honey, don't shoot me for this, but we practice the pull-out method. And when I say my husband's pull-out game is strong, honey, his pull-out game is strong because
put it anywhere.
You can decorate me wherever you want, honey. Just don't leave it up in there because.
So they know when to pull out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they know. There's some men to where they'll be like, it felt too good. It came too quick. No, nigga. Okay. That's not a such thing. So.
Right, okay. Because
there's not a such thing.
No,
but
we're not saying. We're not saying you do that.
Yeah,
we're
you
telling
don't do
you
that.
What works for us.
You keep just not having sex.
Yes, amen.
That's
when
the best way for you.
Amen.
When you're married, if you and your partner decide that you're not ready for the baby yet, then he needs to practice that pull-out method. Okay. If he don't want to put on condoms. Because I know once you're married, they're like, why do I need to put on? Sometimes you still do. Right. But I'm just saying, if you guys want that full effect, he just got to make sure he practiced that pull-out game.
And I believe in, you know, God's timing. That's one. Because if it's meant to happen, it's happened. But
absolutely.
You can also count down your calendar. You know when you're ovulating and when, you know, so you have to just count it and be like, okay, we can't get it in that much around this time because it's happening. Okay. But yeah, I've gotten real comfortable with my calendar now because I'm at the age where I don't want babies, you know? So I'm like, okay, day 14, no.
Right.
But yeah, it's tough. But birth control is out for me. I would never take it again.
Okay,
no
it's
form.
out for me now.
No,
I really was talking about it.
You can babysit my son whenever he's the perfect form. Perfect form of
I
birth control.
Baby. Just one guy baby.
No, but my son, he's tricky though because he's gorgeous. But he was the reason me and my husband said no more kids. He's 4. Oh yeah. But he is a character, honey. Let me tell you. he knows all he hears me talk about is bedroom candy. So he was like, Ani, mom work at bedroom candy. I said, baby, don't go to school or nowhere telling people this where your mama work because some people may not receive it well. Right. But he macked up Crystal. Crystal's his girlfriend because I guess since she's short, he was like, yeah, she's for me. So we were at the bowling alley. Yes. And he's just talking to her. And first, he got her for some gum or some candy. And then she had that Mickey Mouse thing on her keychain. And he was like, I like Mickey Mouse. And he just kept me, she loves her. So she gave it to him.
Aww.
And she was like, so Nemo, how old are you? He was like, I'm 34. Wait, what happened? So
yeah, quick.
Right.
He loves Casey. That's his boo. But yes, sometimes keeping other people's kids can be birth control for you as well. And you can see, and start with the newborns. Keep them overnight, and then you will understand.
I did.
You will understand.
Eli, right?
Yes.
That will bring it back. That will bring it back for you.
Trust and believe.
But if there is a way you can do it without birth control, it's just my recommendation. I was on birth control for years.
Yeah, me too.
And I even tried it again when me and my husband, after we had Nehemiah, and I started to get sick. And there was like different, as far as for you get like sometimes unwanted hair growth in like weird areas. And I'm like, I asked my doctor, what is this about? Oh, that's your extra hormones from the birth control. Well, you know what? You can cancel that prescription.
Right,
I'm not going to take this any longer. I started doing my research, finding out what vitamins and what natural herbs will correct that. And now I'm good. But I'm like, what is this about?
A journey I want to start with all the natural fixes, like people are talking about the oils, the essential oils, and those
they're
types
amazing.
Of things. Yeah, and then what is the one that people are drinking? The apple cider vinegar.
Yeah, that's good for you no matter what.
Yeah,
it's not that great to
I haven't
taste.
cracked it open yet.
I know it's in my kitchen too.
Yeah.
It's not open yet.
So, and you guys got the Brags, right?
Yep,
yes.
Make sure you do the Brags because you want all those cultures and all that fermented vinegars that just sitting at the bottom. You want that. That's the stuff that's going to help you. So shake it up real good. And if anything, if you don't like this, you can take it by itself, but I don't recommend it. If you're just starting. And so when I first started, I would take a little bit of honey. Okay. And then I would take a little bit of the apple cider vinegar, and I would take a little bit of warm water. And I would mix all that together and take it like a small little shot in the morning. You can squeeze lemon in it, too, because that'll balance out that apple cider vinegar. But no matter what, you're going to taste it. Okay. But the honey and the lemon with the warm water
takes a little
and then
bit
also
of it
warm
out.
water is good to start your morning out with because it helps your system start to clean itself out from the day before.
Right, okay.
So those are just little tips that I learned. Like I said, honey, my viewers know I've been on this journey for a minute, honey, and I've been studying, and I think that's why I haven't croaked over, because I do some things right. I do, you guys. Like, turmeric is in my life heavy.
Wow.
If you got turmeric is awesome.
I heard about witch hazel too.
Witch hazel is very good as far as for cleansing the outer you. I've never known of anything for the inside. But if it is, I'd try it, honey. If somebody told me to try, I would try it. I would research it, but then I would try it. But no, turmeric is great.
Another one was that charcoal.
Activated charcoal.
Yeah.
Yep, that's good. I got some of those in my cabinet too.
I'm so scared of it because I'm like, I see people put it in their mouth and doing all. I'm like, what is it?
It's great to brush your teeth with. Number one, it's a good teeth whitener. However, if you ever, and you guys know I get raw, if you're ever backed up, if you're ever constipated and you have all these built up toxins, I don't recommend drinking it, but I buy the vegan activated charcoal capsules because they're made out of like coconut, because coconut can form charcoal as well. And so I take those, and you take about 3 throughout your day. You take them with your meals or before your meals, and it literally starts to clean you out. And it's not a hurting clean you out, like if you're taking like a enema or laxative or something like that. It's a natural way to get rid of toxins in your body. Ooh. And they say don't do it all the time, only when you need it. So I do it once a month. I do an activated charcoal cleanse to where I take it for about 3 days. So I do the capsules. I can't do the drinking it. I can't. It's just, I look at it and I'm like, it's black. I'm not drinking that.
That's what I'm saying.
But the capsules, I just throw them with the rest of my vitamins, and you just toss them back and you don't even think about it.
And what about the flushes? Because I know you and Octavia were talking about the flush, like the there flush.
See, I would need to be off of work. I would need to be off of work or something. Our good friend said
she lost some weight and she felt so freeing. Because you haven't done it yet, right?
The colonics? Yes.
Oh, okay. Tell us about that.
I get them done. I'm a fan
How
of
often do you go?
So I actually did I haven't done it in a while, but when I did do it frequently, I got them done at least once a month. And it was magical, to be honest.
Magical. It is magical.
Then they played like this really like massage type music. Like,
that's what they did when I went, and they had the oils going. It smells amazing.
It was just wonderful, and it's just you're releasing. It feels good to release.
But
Relax,
you're good afterwards.
relate,
Like,
Oh,
release.
perfect.
Everything.
Oh, yeah. Because it's just like going to the bathroom, but for a longer period of time.
And then you got somebody massaging your stomach for you. I went
Now,
2
there's
times.
2 different methods, though. So I don't know which method you went. I've done both. So the one method I started off with was when they suction it out. Mm-hmm. So they insert a little tube and they're suctioning it out as someone is massaging your stomach. Mm-hmm. The other one is when you're actually pushing it out. So you're laying on your back, and then you're in a position where they still fill you up with water or whatever the fluid is, and then you're pushing it and as if you're actually going to the bathroom, which is, in my opinion, the more healthier way because your body won't be confused. Because there's no way you're gonna be at home and someone's suctioning out. Like, you need to be able to do it naturally. Right. Mm-hmm. So, and then you do it naturally for like 30 minutes. And
I did it with the water.
Yeah,
I did it with the water. Yeah. She had the music going. Mm-hmm. She had the essential oils going.
So it wasn't a bad experience.
No,
it wasn't. It was a little uncomfortable because somebody's like watching everything come out because it's like this clear glass case because they need to be able to see what comes out. And she's excited about what's coming out, and I'm like,
oh wow, that's
she's
good.
like, yes, that's good. Let me see. Let me push over here.
That was gas.
Yeah. She's
like, no, it's real.
No, really. Like when you see the bubbles in the water. Oh, you had some gas. Let's try to get the rest of that out.
Yep.
It's a little so uncomfortable.
They like their job.
Yes,
they like it. No, because they know how good it is for you.
Okay.
And the thing is us with women, I think we're so uncomfortable to poop anyway.
Yeah.
So, especially in public, we will hold it until we get home.
Too. Regularity. A lot of people aren't regular.
I will go when it's time to go.
I hear that, and it's good for you.
And you just have manners. You just flush as you go. That's what
courtesy
people don't
flush.
know.
Yes,
as you drop
and flush.
And see, I'm with you. I'm a holder. I can't.
And see, I've gotten out of that because my husband told me. He said that's why your ass can't ever go. And
I
was like, wait a second.
I will give it up for your husband because my general practitioner, she did say that. She said if you don't go when you're supposed to, your body won't go. You'll have troubles. But now, honey, I just do the courtesy flush like you said. And then just in case, I always have body spray on me. So I bring it with me because I don't need nobody else having to worry about my aromas. So I drop flush and I do one little spray.
But
I work it out.
Poopery?
No, honey, just my regular spray. But I need to get the poopery because I heard about that.
I get excited because I'm like, whoever invented this is just amazing. I have like 4 little, you just spray the toilet bowl and you go and that's it. Like, it's as if you didn't even go.
So did we order this online?
Yes, girl. I can give you one because I have so much.
Yes,
like, it is amazing.
I am working on being regular. I'm working on going whenever my body tells me to go.
Yes,
and I just don't want to offend nobody because there's some women that offend me in the bathroom.
Amen.
And so I don't want to offend nobody.
He was like, how can you offend someone by doing something that's natural?
No, I'm talking about the scent.
That's what he said. Yeah. He said it's natural. Everybody does it, so you shouldn't be afraid.
They do, but some women have other odor problems on top of that as well. So then even after they leave, that smell lingers for a long time. I don't want... I just don't want to even be the reason. I don't want to be the cause. I don't know.
See, I'm like that. I like to do it in the comfort of my home.
Yep.
So I can take as much time as I need. I feel like when you're in a stall, somebody's waiting or someone could come in. So I'm just like, you know what, I want to
You think home. Too much.
I know.
That's how I was.
Like, I just want to be close to home as possible when that happens. But I'm working on being more regular, too, because I was a holder and it was affecting my regularity.
Yep.
And that also holds a lot of toxins, which, of course, causes diseases, causes breakouts, causes you to be tired all the time. And that was me. I was constipated where I would go days and I just couldn't go. Wow. And I'm figuring out. My face used to break out like crazy. And my doctor told me, he was like, how often do you have a bowel movement? I said, like, maybe once every few days. He said, do you know how bad that is?
You're supposed to go every day.
He was like, and so he recommended me going to get the colonic, and I'm like, okay, I'll go. And then after that, I'm like, you know what, this is important because when that lady was showing me all the bile that was coming from like my liver, she was like, that's all built up. She was like, you should not have this much coming out at once. I said, well, thank you, lady. I'm sorry. But that's why I'm here to see you. But no, it was educational. So even if you guys don't do it once a month like you should, try it once and try it with somebody. I wish I could find my lady. It was a small little office, but I'll try to find it and I'll put it on the Like Water for Chocolate page. But try it out because it may definitely help you because women don't like to talk about poop that often. Mm-hmm. But we do it, and it's natural. And men, it's natural. We're allowed to. Mm-hmm. Let us work it out.
I still hide. Like my significant other, I won't do it when he's at home. he's double back and caught me. I was like, you were supposed to be leaving, sir.
That is too funny. Me and my husband will bust in and have a full conversation with me, honey. And I'm looking at him like, I'm pooping, right?
He's like, he don't care.
And he's like, I don't care. You come in when I am.
They do not care. They don't. My boyfriend's like that. He does not care. I'm like, you shut the door, please.
Yeah, he'll be like, so, honey, did you go this morning? I'm like, you know what, did you? He was like, I go every morning. My routine is good. I have my coffee. I watch a few news stories, and then it's time to go. I said, okay, well, work it out, boo.
They have routine. They have routine.
And so what we didn't touch on also, I know there's a lot of health with your body, but mental health is a big one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Especially with Black women. Me and Lex did a show on it our last season, and we dove in, really poured our hearts out to share, our side. But for women, Black women with mental health, I think that is so big because a lot of times we have to ignore it because we have to keep going.
Silent killer.
Mm-hmm. And so
we suffer in silence.
Exactly. And they call us crazy, but what y'all need to understand is we may really be for real crazy. Like there may really be something going on. Bipolar disorder is really big with Black women. Anxiety is huge. A lot of times women will have panic attacks and not realize what's going on. It's chemical imbalance. It's juggling too much. My body's starting to shut down on me now because I have not loved on myself in a long time. Mm-hmm. So after this show today, Whitney will love on herself. Yeah. But if you're unaware, like you said, it is a silent killer. It can kill you. Anxiety will cause your body to do so many unwanted things. Like right now, the tension I have in my back and the spasms, that's all from anxiety. That's from being overworked and tired. And a lot of my women are overworked and tired. They don't get to have a moment to relax. And so if I can just tell you anything, it's really, really, really make sure that you have your moment. And make sure that if you're having these panic attacks or you're feeling like something just isn't right or you're depressed and sad a lot, or a lot of times I would cry for no reason. Mm-hmm. Those things are things to pay attention to because that's letting you know there's something that your body is fighting and now it's affecting your mental. And that's the hardest thing to correct. It is extremely hard. Once your brain thinks you're sick, your body will start to respond to that. Right. And then that's how all of these unwanted aches and pains and diseases and heart problems, they come from mental.
They're birthed from the mind.
Illness, yeah.
And I tell people that all the time. Everything, starts and ends in the mind. And we just did the Spark to Soar Summit. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Tony Ellis, Soul Sparking Worldwide. Yes. And we had Anisha Sharp as one of the presenters. Mm-hmm. And she shared with us her story, which was so powerful. And she talked about how she had an illness that she didn't even know. She said she was going to the bathroom and she was passing blood in her stool. And at first it was like a little bit, here and there. And then one day she went and it was like full on. Like, I have to figure out what's going on. And it all started from anxiety and stress that she was dealing with in, her relationship. And just, as women, we're going to keep going. We're resilient.
We just carry it.
He's not that terrible of a guy. I can figure this out. I'm going to make this work. And through trying to make it work and be that strong woman that she was to everybody else, she was breaking down inside of herself. Yeah. So, she told us and she shared with us, once she let that go and she started to take care of herself, she became so much more healthier, So I think that's so important because we as women, we feel like we have to be the forgivers and we have to be the ones that are strong for everybody and we got to keep going. But we have to realize, again, like I said, if we're empty on the inside, what are we giving? We're not giving anything. So mental health is extremely important. And, we're wearing all these hats and we're not thinking about how that's affecting us. Because at the end of the day, now as a businesswoman, I have my boundaries. I'm 7 a.m., 7 p.m. And if you're calling me after that, I can't talk to you because I have to reset and be Ashley. Because if I'm not Ashley, who am I? I'm this crazy person that's running around going off of fumes.
That's real.
Not energy. You know what I mean? So I took that story and really it resonated with me because I feel like a lot of us women don't take time for ourselves. Massages are important because when I was getting my massages every month, she was massaging all that tension out.
Yes.
And they can feel it. They're like, do you know what that is? And I'm like, it feels good. It's tension, it's stress, and it builds up in your body. And like you said, it could be in your neck.
Yeah, mine has traveled up into my face now. That's how bad it is.
And we don't know that because we're going to be strong. We're going to keep going, you know what I mean? But you do need to break down. I think Twix said something, just recently on Facebook, he said that even a tow truck will need a tow truck when it breaks down.
Yeah, that's real. That is so real.
That is
because
deep.
We used to have to get on his head about taking a break. Like I'd be like, brother, look, it is okay to take a day off. I promise it's okay to take a day off. Shout out to Twix. That man's been hustling since high school with the high school parties, and he just keeps it going. But even he now sees as he's getting older, you have to take a moment for yourself. And you just like truly said something that helped me because my husband told me like you are all work.
You got to.
We literally had like a small little argument about work. And you just told me you're 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So me, I work a regular job. I don't get off till about 9. So I guess I should make it to where when I get off that job, I need a moment. Like when I go home, it's home. But me, I will get home. I'll make something to eat real quick, pour a little glass of wine, and hop right on that laptop and start working.
Well, I have an auto response now. So when people text me after 7, it goes right. You have reached me past my business hours. Our response to
I
you
can't
next
with you.
business
Not
day.
past the business hours, honey.
And you know why? Because if
That's
you
real,
respond
though.
to one person, you open up that boundary, and now you're responding to everybody. And clients, what I've learned is they don't care. Because to them, I sell homes. That house is important to them. And I'm like, I understand. But right now I'm trying to eat dinner, or I'm trying to reset, or I'm trying to relax. I'm in the shower for crying out loud. You know what I mean? So you have to put those boundaries in place, and I've realized that that's healthy. And if you can't respect my boundaries, then our working relationship was not important to you, or is damn sure not going to be important to me because I have to be able to be mentally prepared to deal with people. All people, family, friends, clients. It's important. It's extremely important.
Well, and then even to piggyback off of what you said about Anisha Sharp, my thing when it comes to just loving yourself and really setting that time is I would know, like, yes, I need to set some time for myself, but how do I do it?
Yes,
a lot of people do not understand or not know how to do it. And during her presentation, she made us do an exercise, which KC was actually my partner. And it was, to the statement, have a statement that is holding you back. So my statement was, and this is even through counseling, because when my father passed away, I will say I had to go through counseling, and I had to figure out what was going on. So she helped me to realize that I always thought that I was never enough. So I had to say to Casey, I am not enough. So Casey had to come back and say, but you are more than enough. And we had to repeat it over and over again. We were in there crying because I'm just like, I need to hear that a little bit more. But every time you have those negative thoughts or those negative statements that come into your mind, you have to combat that with something positive.
Yes.
So that's something in terms of how I plan to combat that. And I recommend that for everyone. If something is holding you down, because I'm a solution-oriented person. Like, don't just tell me what we need to do. How do we do it? If you have something holding you down and you need to combat that, just combat it with something positive.
And say it out loud.
Say it out loud. Have affirmations. Those are important. Like, yes, massages are good. But counseling, we always forget about counseling. I'm telling y'all, it helps to talk to somebody else.
Of that. It helps because I think a lot of people think when you go see, in this right here, I've coined this phrase.
Yes.
Like people say, oh, if I go see a counselor, I'm crazy. No, if you go see your counselor, she's going to help you understand why you're not crazy.
Exactly.
That's important because when I went to go see my therapist, I'm freaking out because my dad is like, especially black men, black women, but black men.
Right. You don't see no counselor for what? Don't nobody need to know our business.
My dad is like, you are fine. You are okay. You don't need to see anybody. But at that point in my life, I needed to see somebody. I needed somebody to tell me that things that I'm dealing with as an adult woman started in my childhood. Or these are things that I have not overcome, that I have to deal with head on to be okay, to do what Jocelyn said, know that I'm okay and that I'm worthy of the attention the good attention, positive attention that I'm seeking. So I did. I saw a therapist, and shout out to my job at the time, MGM Resorts. They gave us
pay for your services.
That
sessions.
is awesome.
And I took full advantage.
Yes. Look into your insurance, guys.
Let me go see.
Free sessions.
Let me go see what MGM is hiring for. I might just need to be a part of their employees.
A lot of employers offer it. I know with the state of Nevada, because I do work for the state of Nevada now as well. In the daytime, they have EAP, which is the Employment Assistance Program, and they offer 7 free sessions.
That is awesome.
I haven't taken them up on that offer yet because I do believe who you go see is important as well.
Yes.
You have to have that chemistry, because if you don't, they could hurt you more than they're helping you. But go see a therapist. I promise you that you'll have a better outlook on your situation and realize that you are okay and you are more than enough.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of black women struggle with that, because I feel like if we're not being strong, then we feel like we're weak. And I hate that, because it's like you can break down. You, like you say, you cry. I cry in the shower all the time. That's where I let it go, because the water's already going, and I'm like, you know what? Let me
mine
let
is
this
in the
out.
car. I'm a car crier. I can be like on my way to work, on my way home from work. Let that one song come on, and it's just rivers just flowing, and I don't have to have a reason.
No.
And it could be built up reasons that I've just held on to, and I will just let it all out.
And my therapist told me that. She was like, it's healthy writing stuff down, saying stuff out loud. Yep. All that is healthy, because you got to get it out. Because if you don't have it, you don't get it out, then it's in there. And it's, like you said, it's the tension in your back, or it's your nerves, or the anxiety comes out.
Yep.
Because, I have to say this, because if I don't say it to you, it's going to come out a different way.
Exactly.
And then I'm going to be the angry black woman.
And that's what I'm working on.
Yeah.
I am working on getting my feelings out properly. When you're, number one, a woman, it's hard anyway.
Oh, yes.
Black women makes it a little bit even harder, because now they're already looking for you to have an attitude, so they're waiting for it. They're like counting down to see when it's going to happen. Then when you're a mother, and then you're a wife too, and then you have these businesses you're trying to launch, and you're trying to create a brand for yourself. Yes. You're doing all of these things. And then somebody will bring up the past, the old you. And then somebody will be like, and then somebody will be like, well, this Whitney used to do this, and the Whitney I know did this, and she ain't nothing but this, and you just like your mama. And I'm like, you know what? I receive all of that, because everything you're saying is absolutely true. But guess what? It's not going to stop me from becoming better.
It's not going to stop me from being great.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And I just shared that with Oak on my interview. I told her, I said, sometimes you have to go there with people so they stop taking you there.
Yes.
You have to, because they will bring up that past so fast.
Right.
So quick.
And you know what? I'm not on that journey no more.
Yeah.
I have accepted who I was. And now I'm on this new journey, and I need you to respect that or get from around me.
Right.
And I need people to understand you're allowed to have a new journey. So when we were young, we did things that young people do.
Yeah.
We just had me and Casey talked about on Pillow Talk. Somebody hopped in my inbox, decided to talk about my past sex relationships. I had them. I owned them. I had a great time. And guess what? I bet each and every one of them wishes that they can have that encounter with me again. I have no bad blood. My husband knows my past. But why is it so important to you?
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Why is it affecting you so much? Are you not liking the fact that I owned it, I accept it, and now I'm growing from this person?
That I don't care.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't care what you, because I'm learning now what people feel about you, that's their business.
Right.
It has nothing to do with you. And that is the most freedom I've had in a long time. Like, okay, I know I did it. I was there.
I was there. You just heard about it. I was right there.
Right.
I went through that. But now, my question is, why does it so concerning to you?
Yeah.
Like, you're that obsessed with anything somebody else has going on that you'll bring up their past or put them out like that. They're the ones who definitely need to go see somebody.
Yeah.
I'll pay for it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but owning it, that's
owning
a good thing.
it, yeah.
And accepting it, who you
I
are.
accept all of my past.
And go for it.
My women listening, accept it all. Don't be ashamed of any of it. Because if you're still here, that means that it didn't break you, number one, because you're still here. You probably think about it and you want to correct it. So that's step number one, because now you're on your journey to growth. Now you're going to grow from what you did. So don't let anyone tell you because of who you were, you can't make it to who you want to become. Yep. Because it's up to you. You write that story, and it's between you and God. And so to whoever you pray to, you just do that with yourself and with your Most High or whoever. If you talk to the universe, whatever it is, you just work that out within yourself. Yep. Because it's up to you. Those people did not come into the world when you came in, and they're not going to die with you when you go. So you have to make sure that you keep yourself as an individual and let your journey be yours. Oh, yeah. Don't do it for mom and them. Don't do it for your kids. Don't do it for your husband or your wife, whoever. Do it for yourself. And that's what I have to keep reminding myself. That is my everyday thing, Whitney. Own this day for yourself. Yeah, I have to remember that because my kids still have to deal with their own journey. Yep. My husband still has to deal with his own journey. Yes, we come together as a unit, but if I'm not doing what I want to do, I'm going to be unhappy. I'm going to be bitter. I'm not going to be nice.
Resentful.
Exactly. And I don't want to be that. So that's why I'm chasing my dreams so hard right now, regardless of the tension in my neck and everything else. But I promise to take a rest day. But I just want more of my women to feel powerful.
Yeah.
I really need you to feel powerful because women are amazing.
Oh, man.
Like, we are truly, we are amazing.
Yes.
Our resilience,
We're strong.
our power.
Yeah.
We are, like, seriously, like I was telling somebody, like, Teflon ain't got nothing on a woman. Like, we just are
here,
that. Like,
because of a woman.
Exactly. We
Let's
just
let
are
that
all
sink
of
in.
that.
Yep.
So yeah, you know what? I'm gonna end it with that. We don't even got to touch on anything else. Just know that you guys are amazing.
Powerful.
But before we wrap up, you guys kind of let everybody know where they can find you.
Yeah, so you can find me on Facebook. Actually, no, you can find me on my website, JocelynLove.com. Yes, I'm just launching it actually, and I'm really excited for it. But you can contact me there. That's Jocelyn Love, JocelynLove.com.
Awesome.
And as far as the organization goes, we are on Facebook, A Woman's Foundation. We have Instagram as well, at A Woman's Foundation. Myself, I am on Instagram at Miss AQT, so it's Miss_AQT, and then Ashley Q. Tillman on Facebook.
Awesome. Well, thank you, ladies, so much.
Thank you.
This
Thank
has
you for
been
having
great.
us.
It was almost like a small therapy session,
Yeah.
so I appreciate it.
I needed that. Yes. You definitely confirmed some stuff for me today.
You did the same for me, and Miss Jocelyn, you have no idea how I'm about to go home and meal prep. You have no idea, honey. You have no idea.
Yes.
But thank you guys so much. It's been real. Thank you guys so much for listening and staying with us on Like Water for Chocolate. Shout out to Lex. I hope all is well your way, and I hope we did this show well for you. And you guys know where to find us, our Like Water for Chocolate show on Facebook. I am Whitney Taylor on Facebook as well. And I never remember my Instagram or my Snapchat, but y'all know where to find me. Anywho, it's been real. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and follow to the Beat Network. And until next time, peace out, y'all.